Hello everybody, Jared back again, and welcome back for another episode of Vintage Story. Alright, let's just jump back into it here, guys. Okay, so where did we get to in the last episode? It was a struggle with boars, wasn't it? I figured out the problem. I went around looking. I thought it might have been a conflict with a mod, which didn't make any sense because I've been playing with this mod set or a similar mod set for a long time. I deleted my cache, which sometimes can be a problem. It's always a good idea to delete those every once in a while just to make sure you're running smoothly. And then I, in a Hail Mary, what I should have looked at first was I looked at the version of the mod I had, and apparently I was one version behind, which is weird because it is the version behind that is working in my multiplayer server that I'm playing on. Either way, that was the problem. I checked it out in another world. It's working. So I'm gonna grab this guy back up, and maybe at some point we will see another sow out in the world and we will collect it, and it should work this time. All right, what I want to try to get going in this episode, because I do want to start building, but I really hate building with my tools breaking all the time. So before I really get going, I want to get at least the start of our iron going on here. So that's going to be the goal. I'm going to go find some iron. And in fact, I know where some is. At least I know where a high reading is. So we're going to go out there and try and find it. So the high reading that I know where it is on the map. So you can just look around. If I had this on everything, spoilers, I could go around and just hover over all of my prospecting picked areas and see what's in them. But you can also use this little window here to narrow down your search, because it's going to show all the things you found. And I've found traces of 3 different kinds of iron, actually. There's quite a few different kinds, but the 3 that I have found have been lignite. So if I press lignite, it's going to pop up all the readings of lignite that I have found. Unfortunately, all of these lignite readings are going to be small or minuscule. They are not high readings of lignite. So no lignite for me. The next one would be magnetite, and this is where we're actually hitting pretty heavy. I have a high 1.98 reading of magnetite right there. So that's the one we're going to go to. I do also have, which one is it? Is it this one? No, it's not. That's not the right one. It is, oh right, Hamilite. I'm pronouncing all these words wrong. I'm dyslexic, I'm sorry. But also none of them are really good reason anyway. So what I'm gonna go to is I'm gonna go to this magnetite one. Was it magnetite? Yes, it was magnetite. I thought it was right there. Oh, it's right here. Sorry, up here in the woods. So there's a already started hole right there. But as per usual, I am probably gonna want to go into a pond. So I'm gonna go check around these different ponds and see if we get a high reading in these areas. That's just resin. So that's going to be the goal. Before I do that, my spears are almost dead and I only have 1 left. So I think I want to make myself a few spears before I go. And let's also just do a little bit of smithing. It is already 7 o'clock at night. So I'm going to do a little bit of smithing up. I'm going to get 1 more pickaxe. I'm probably going to go through this tin bronze pickaxe. And I will get 2 spears, because these guys' durability is basically gone anyway. And those will be our last things in tin. Luckily, I also have 8 solidified tin there, although I may not want to use those, because I may want to use those for my tin anvil, because I also need a tin anvil to work iron. So maybe that's nothing I'll do overnight, is every time you make a frame or a mold, it breaks. So I'll have to do 1 more mold for another anvil. So anvil, 1 more pickaxe and at least 2 spearheads. That's what I'm gonna do with my night here. So I'm gonna get cracking here. There's that guy done. Got bad guys trying to get me outside there, but you guys can't get me. I'm not even gonna let you in. Well, you know what, actually, one at a time. We'll bring you guys in, do a little bit of poking. There we go. Oh, there goes one of my spears. There he goes. And I'm almost dead, so I'm going to leave the rest of the guys out there. I'm not dealing with you, man. That's crazy. All right, let's get this thing to the ground. Okay, last pie is done. So, was pretty busy over the night. I made myself 4 pies. Already eaten one of them. I'm gonna keep one in my inventory. Well, you know what? I'm going to say these 2 pieces, in fact, almost 3 pieces are going to be enough for this trip. That's going to be totally fine. Absolutely awesome. I've got the anvil mold firing for another 4 hours. I do not need you here anymore. I now have enough tin. I melted the rest of my tin and copper so that I have 300 there. And then this is 800. So that's 1100 tin altogether. I believe this is 900. But before I pour anything else out, I'm just going to confirm that. I'll pour any extra into a mold if not. But hopefully we'll be onto the Iron Age and not have to worry about that anymore. One other thing I want to do before I went is I'm going to take one more crack at making the better chest. I was told, and I believe that that is correct, that the actual recipe is... Oh, it's not that? Oh my god, what is the recipe? Labeled chest, decorative chest. It's just a wooden chest and a QP chisel, which is a chisel and a polygraph? Really? Just a second. I thought it was just a normal chisel. Maybe it's just a normal chisel and one of these? That's a decorative chest. That's not the one I'm looking for. That just has the block on it. Okay, what am I looking for here? I want the... wooden chest, labeled chest. I want the high capacity chest. Is it that one? That's just a labeled chest. Labeled chest, sortable. That's not what I'm looking for. I think I am wrong. There was a deck. There's a mod, and I cannot remember which one it is. That is a different chest that has the 36. If I'm still getting this wrong, guys, please let me know. I thought it was the 4. Without that, but I could be wrong because I don't want the decorative chest. All the decorative chest means is I could change its shape, so I can make that chest into something else. So you know what? I'm gonna leave it be for right now. I'll figure it out later. There is a way to make it what I'm thinking, and I just can't remember the mod that I use for it. And I just noticed I have one more tin pickaxe right there, which is hilarious. So we're just gonna put the usual guy on my back. All right, here we go. Stick with the standard. All right, before I go, what else did I want to do? Oh, right. I wanted to go down and take these guys and put them into my tanning situation. However, what I'm going to do, though, is I am going to utilize 3 of these and make... Do I want to use my fat for that, or do I want to use my... Oh, I can't use that. Never mind. That's for something else. I want 12, even though it's going to be a little bit of a waste, I'm going to be fine with that. I want these guys prepped so that I can start on my winter clothing, which will be coming faster than you would expect. All right, let us get out of here. I have everything I need, except for I wanted to refill my potions before I left, because a couple of these potions are getting a little bit almost empty. What do I have here? I've got my health potion, so I'm just going to empty it in there and then grab another serving. I'm just going to grab a fuller version of you. Nope, I want you guys with me. Thank you very much. And again, while we're out and about, hopefully we find some poisonous mushrooms. Hey, look what's ready and harvestable. Absolutely awesome. I really need to get that bee mod on there so that I can get those guys going. And taking a quick gander, we're pretty close with this flax here. Pretty dang close. Okay, that's a freaking bear. Holy crap. Ah! Are you still chasing me? I don't really want to put him in this bear den, but if he has to, he has to. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, we've caught the bear. But he's now going to try and hurt my pigs, so I don't really like that. Let's see if I can just kill him. It looks like my feed brought in a deer. Come on, dude. No. Oh, you killed my pig. You killed both my pigs just before I killed them. Oh, you absolute jerk. Well, you know what? I want to leave that deer alive. You get to hang out. All right, this female bear is decent. What are you gonna give me? Stop panicking, freaking deer. Deer. I'm gonna have to kill you, deer. She keeps knocking me around so I can't fully finish harvesting. There we go. Oh my gosh. All right, let me finish these pigs, please. I'm not gonna get a lot. You can see it's been eaten by another animal, so I'm not gonna get a full harvest out of it. Are you gonna make me kill you, dude? Thank you. So get to the other corner. Thank you. All right, absolutely glorious. Got all those guys. Pretty sad that I had to kill those pigs. I'm gonna leave you alive right now just because I don't have, you know, an infinite amount of space for meat and stuff in my inventory. So you get to live another day, Mr. Deer, but I'm gonna hold you down there. All right, well, there is the bear. The pelt that will be in the future our head and leg gear, but it does have to cure, right? So I need it to cure to a curable leather working state for me to be able to use it. But before I do that, let's put the rest of this stuff in my leather making situation. Do I have a full state here? I do. So I'm going to do you and seal. And I'm actually going to take these guys. I have 2 of them. And I'm going to do this with them. Just because this is actually going to be more leather than I need, to be completely honest. We are 2.8 out of 4.5 days, so we're getting pretty close there. All right, let's get the rest of this stuff all back and put away, including this meat. Well, there we go. And that does show that the bears will fall in the pit if you do it on uneven ground. I really have to fill in this freaking pit. In fact, let's do it right now while I have this stuff on me. I've almost fallen in this hole like 5 freaking times. There we go. Hopefully we'll remember that it's actually there in the future. Let's get this all put away. And then we are going to head to the east to see if we can find ourselves some iron. It is a bright new day. All right. I wonder if we've actually waited long enough. Let's get you 2 down and get... I'm gonna put this guy over here like so. How close are you? 1 hour and 34 minutes? Should we putter until then? We could just putter until then, to be completely honest. 5, 4... 2 days. We really need to get ourselves some more grain, or we're getting off our diet here. All right, what else do I have? Oh, wait. You are gonna go in there. Boom. Anything else that I'm missing? Fat and bones are gonna go in here. Fat bones. I'm not waiting for it. We'll deal with that later. It's not a big deal. We have to wait for the iron to go through the whole baking process anyway. All right, so where we're heading, we're gonna head straight along here. We're gonna keep an eye out for any kind of flax and whatnot, and we are heading for this little forest up here. So I'm just gonna go and do that jaunt, and I'll bring you guys back when I get there. All right, we are in the forested area around it. Let's take a quick gander to see if we can find any mushrooms. Also been, so the only things I really found, I found one, like literally 1 piece of flax, which is super frustrating, but you know, is what it is. And I found a little bit of berries, and that's really it. Let's see if we can find some more berries. Just, you know, augment our diet. We just have some meat in our backpacks right now. Oh, I also forgot how freaking mountainy this area is. Yeah, look what we found. Fly Algaric? Either way, these are perfect mushrooms due to their, you know, horribleness. They are indeed going to be poisonous. Yes, you can see the negative 6.5 health, which is absolutely awesome. Got 3 of them right there. That does mean there's probably going to be more in this forest somewhere. What do we got here? We got Witch's Hat. Witch's Hat is not bad. All right, as we're doing this, let's go over to these ponds just to see what kind of readings we're going to get. So, first one right here. I guess I could just go straight down, but I'm just going to dig into the mountainside here and see what the readings are right about here. Probably should have brought a better shovel, to be completely honest. This one's closing on its death. That's okay. So I'm just going to go a few slots that way and a few slots that way, and let's see what we get here. Oh, I forgot my cooking skill went up. All right, we'll deal with that in just a second. All right. 2 more samples and 1 more right here, and I'm gonna get high magnetite. So that is a 1.86, and this one is a 1.98. So it's a little bit better over here. So maybe I'll go check this pond up here to see if I get a little bit higher of a reading. To be completely honest, that reading is most likely fine, and there's probably a heck of a lot of iron directly below us. But let's just make sure we get the best reading we possibly can, right? Why spend the time going down into something that's not as good, right? So this one right here is going to be the one that I'm looking at, right? Yes. We could also try one over here, but I don't particularly want to go too deep into these forests. Mostly because I don't want to fall down the hills or whatnot. All right, let's check this thing out. So same thing. 3 one way, and it looks like we have to go down for this one. That's fine. And right there, what do we got? 1 here. Oh, I just realized I probably have to go 1 further back. That's fine. We'll just jump up for it then. Oh, come on. And right here. And that's going to give me decent magnetite. Okay, so that means that it's probably down here. So if we're, you know, triangulating where it's all going, if this is high, this is decent, and that is high again, it's probably like right here where the main node is. You know what? I'm just gonna go back down. Well, you know, let's go down here. Well, wait, just sorry. I don't want to go down to the water. You know what? I'm just going to go over here. We're going to go to this reading right here and just going to dig into the water. I've made my decision. I'm going with the high. That's a good enough reading for me. Let's go see what we got here. So it's not this pond here. It is going to be this pond right over here. And I'm going to make the decision to go into this small one right here. All right, before I dig down there, I did bring my lantern with me, right? Okay, good. Whew, scared me for a second. Actually, let's finish off this tiny little piece of pie right here. And before I go any further, let's put a bunch of stuff into my backpack so that my backpack's a little bit less full on me. There we go. You can go in there, you can go in there, you can go in there. I'm not going to need my bow or my arrows down there. I'm not going to need that axe. I'm not going to need you. I'm not going to need my speed potion. I have a raw recurve bow staff just chilling in my inventory for some stupid reason. That's fine. All right, let's put my other axe in there. Everything else I kind of want to hold on to just in case. I'll keep my spears and stuff in case I meet any baddies down there. All right, we're going to put you on there, and you're going to get to go right there. All right, cool. Let's put this on my back and get digging. Before I do that, and I keep forgetting, what was I putting it into? Processing, cooking. What do I got? I think I'm probably going to go with canteen cook, because that'll allow me to make servings of 8, which is pretty awesome. Well done. Increases your cooking shelf life by 5%. Also increase the cooking time. No, fast food is faster. I'm going to do canteen. I like canteen. All right, let's get ourselves dug down here and see if we can find ourselves some freaking metal, man. All right. You guys know the deal. So what you do is you're not going to really find iron, at least in my setting, until below 100. So you can see the y-axis. The up and down axis is in the center there. It's at 130. So I'm going to get myself down to, let's say, 110 before I do any kind of digging left, right, or center. And then I will do my back and forth and try and find ourselves some iron. You can find iron all the way down to the mantle, to be honest, and they come in giant discs. But let's see what kind of luck we have here. You can kind of see my air bubbles, which is down there. Will sometimes just jump up. I guess there's like air pockets caught in here. So sometimes you can just really get going, which is pretty awesome here. All right, first reading I'm gonna do at 100. Let's make sure we're in short range. And hopefully this prospecting picks will last us till we find the iron here. There's nothing right here. Let's get ourselves into a air pocket. Absolutely beautiful. And then for this way, boom. What I like to do is kind of, I like to start the bit and then finish with the processing pick sometimes, because it takes a lot longer for the prospecting pick. But you can, if you start using a prospecting pick on an already started rock, it goes a little faster with that. Boom, nothing. And nothing. So there's no nodes anywhere down here. So I'm going to get myself down 12 more, and then I'll do exactly the same thing. All right. I think what I'm going to do, I'm slowly drowning here. I think I'm going to take a quick gander. So I'm down to 53 down. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tunnel along here, just thinking that possibly there might be better readings along here. I could go a little bit lower. I don't particularly want to. Let's just go this way a bit and see what kind of readings we get. Maybe like 5 or 6 more. All right, so if I do one more right here, let's take a quick gander here. And I'm just gonna do a straight long pass like around 50, because that's in my experience, 50 is kind of the realm where you're finding this stuff. So I'm gonna do just a straight long path, and then every once in a while I'll do a cross check over here, cross check over here. I guess every 12 spots, like so. Nothing, and straight up. Like so. And I would go down. Wait, where did I just come from? I came from that way. I would go down. You know what? I will. Well, you know what? I'll do this. I just don't want to have to like step over it. I guess I could fill it in with a piece of dirt or something. I can only go so far down without seeing it though, so you can only go that far down. Yeah, so I'm going to heading east. Do readings like that, and let's see how far we can get. Whoop. Found myself a nice big cavern, which is a little bit scary to be completely honest. Yeah, I can hear baddies right here. Wow. Maybe I will. Do I want to go out there or not? Okay, he's up there. You know what? Seeing as I have all of this dirt. Ah! Oh, wrong dirt. There we go. Oh god. Let's block it off. Do I want to take all this saltpeter? Okay, there's also possibly going to be people trying to get me from over here. Although I see some saltpeter here as well. You know what? While I'm here, and while I have the time, I will grab this saltpeter. This is actually really good fertilizer. It's going to help our... Well, it's going to help our... flax! Because it is K fertilizer. So let's take some time, and we'll prospect a pick around this area to see what we can find. But we're going to get all of this saltpeter. Alright, let's do a quick prospecting pick in this corner over here to see what we find. And I'm going to assume... absolutely nothing. Of course, why would my life be easy, right? And the reason why I'm picking up this saltpeter, there you go, it is K, 44% fertilizer, so it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I see you, buddy. Ooh, a deep drifter, too. Oh, we have to get further down. Let's get further down so that we can't get sniped by that guy. And this guy is dead. And we need to get some healing potions on us. Pronto, don't we? So let's put you up there. I'm going to do this guy first. And then my healing potion. And let's get the rest of this saltpeter. And hopefully no more baddies try to come get me. Even though I hear them. I hear y'all. Oh my god. I just found it. Jesus. Been having to like block myself off from all these frickin' monsters. And I found the frickin' iron. So let's hope that the monsters are. So our way out is right there. I don't know. Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna lock myself kind of in here. Yeah, there he is. Get over here. Ah! No, don't get me. These guys are deep drifters, so let's see if I can bring them over here and get myself over here and locked in. There we go. We'll deal with you guys on the way out. And let's see if I can get myself, good gosh, to more iron. Hopefully that wasn't just a individual chunk there. Well, let's do a prospecting pick. Is there a large reading or a small reading or whatever kind of reading is going on here? Me have magnetite large amount. Stay where you are, guys. It's usually a really good idea to come down here or down into the depths with a giant stack of lanterns so that you can illuminate the world behind you. And that really would have been a smart idea. I did not make that choice. Let's finish off these blueberries. And do one more take of health potion here. There we go. We didn't get all of the saltpeter, but I did get a stack and a little more than a half. I'm also clocking that I only have 5 more pieces of dirt here, so that is something to be careful of. Where is... I found the one. Okay, there it is. And it is rich iron ore, which is abso-frickin-lutely fantastic. Now, these nodes are usually frickin' massive. Although, I am getting, like, a weird, like... only small chunks of it here. So, let's see what we can find. Where is this disc? Like, seriously, where is it? Why am I getting a... hopefully, I'm just on, like, the exterior of a large disc here. Now, what I'm hoping for is to head home with, like, 2 or 3 full stacks at the very least. Rich is going to be awesome for me, because it's going to give me a lot of iron per chunk. Okay, I think I found the disc. I found the disc. Perfect. And you would think that, like, 3 stacks would take you for a long time, but you go through it faster than you think. You really, really do. So I'm going to try and get as much of this as I frickin' can. And it's going to be absolutely up. I definitely found the disc. Absolutely beautiful. What I want to do is lock the door behind me, because I'm deep down. I'm getting deep drifters, and I don't want anybody on my tail. What you could also do, because drifters will only spawn in an empty block, is you can put your stones down behind you like this, and that will stop spawning. I'm usually way too lazy to do that, but it is definitely something you can do if you are feeling scared down here. I'm probably not as scared as I should be, but that's because I brought healing potions. But being as I'm basically naked, still a pretty dangerous place to be. All right, let's crank through possibly an entire pickaxe, depending on how far it goes. Oh, I got level 3 mining skill. What can I get with that level 3 mining skill? Mining, I can do ore miner, the next one. I can do pickaxe expert, which is going to increase my mining speed. I can do careful miner, which not reducing the durability of the pickaxe. I'm going to do mining speed, I think, which is going to make me go a bit faster. I could go ore mining. I'm going to go mining speed. I'd prefer to go faster than to take more, I think, right now. Yeah, let's do mining speed. And now you can see down there on the left, you can see my momentum. So that'll pick up and keep my mining speed going a little faster as I go. All right, you know what? I think honestly, oh wait, I'm gonna do a little bit more than I just said. I'm gonna go away with just over 2 stacks here. I'm just getting a little bit too much, you know, darkness going on around here, and I'm so squishy. I don't want to have to come back down for these guys. So I'm just going to go with, let's get a little bit more here. Just like 2 stacks, a little over 2 stacks. I'm also starting to lose my sanity, and I don't like that. And anything that pops up down here is just going to squish me like a frickin' bug. All right, just under 2.5 stacks. You know what? Let's make it an even 2 stacks here, or an even 2.5 stacks. Now there's going to be so much more down here. I have only cracked the surface of this node, I swear. Like, there are some nodes that could last you an entire game, to be completely honest. You really only have to find 1 or 2 big iron nodes in your playthrough if you're playing single player. If you're playing on a multiplayer server, you're going to go through so much freaking iron. All right, exactly 2.5 stacks. Let's get out of here. Let us get out of here. So we are going to have to dig this and then run it because they want to eat us. And it was down here. Ah! And I blocked my way off a little bit. And yeah, I didn't go that far. To be completely honest, a better course of action would have been just to dig straight down, at least all the way down to the mantle. I just really had a gut feeling, and I followed my gut feeling this time, which was an excellent choice, it looks like. It is going to be darkness out there, but it's low rift activity, which is pretty awesome. And this is why I love me some water channels, guys. Look how easy this is. So I should mark that this is my channel to there so that I get that perfectly marked off. Wait till we get up to the top though. And absolutely beautiful. All right, so this is my mining entrance. I'm gonna say that's a cave entrance. Iron. And let's make it kind of reddish. There we go. So now I know it's there and it's going over there. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's take this plunder home. I might do a little pass along the south here and then go along the water just to see if I can find any more mushrooms though. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Do I have room for mushrooms in my inventory? Not right now, so let's toss a few of these guys out of here. I don't need these stones, particularly the periodite stones. Yeah, that's probably good enough. All right, let's go see if we can find some mushrooms. Chanterelle, I believe, are edible. You know what? Getting some extra food wouldn't be the end of the world, too. So I'll grab these as well. There was a comment, I think I made a comment last episode that I didn't want to harvest mushrooms with my hands. You can absolutely harvest mushrooms with your hands. It just takes a long time. So I choose not to. The chanterelles are edible. So you know what? We'll put them in a pie. I think I can make a mushroom pie. Whoop, I hear bad boys. Don't try to eat me, guys. I just met your brethren down in the depth. On that note, you guys are not scary at all compared to your deep dwelling brethren that hit like frickin' hammers. And I just fell down a hole. Oh, those are fishies. There's a rift somewhere. Run away! Also, where are all the mushrooms? Ooh. Oh, I already found these. Whoop! I just saw something. I don't know if it was a bear. Sounds like it's a bear. Don't eat me, Mr. Bear. I understand that I have a lantern on and that's slowing me down. but I'm running too hard to look behind me. Run, chickens, run! He's coming! And let's take our lantern off for a second. He's not chasing us. Let's put our speed potion on our hotbar and make that our part of our process. There we go. Now we can actually get home vaguely safe and sound. All right. Oh, what kind of pig are you? A boar? You know what? I'm leaving you alone. I only have one cage on me anyway, so I'm just not even going to deal with you right now. Grab that tree on the map though. Well, just a second. Maybe I do want that boar. Yeah, let's get the boar. What am I talking about? We'll put him in. We'll put him in the cage, and then we can. Then we'll get the cage back, right? This sounds like a great idea. I want to prove that it actually works, right? All right. What do I need? I want you. Let's put you over there. Do I have any more pie? I don't have more pie. Oh my God! Ah! Run away! That's what the speed potion's for. Okay, there he is. He's busy chasing a raccoon. Stay over there, my friend. Or is he chasing the boar? I don't even know what happened to the boar now. Either way, he is too close to my backpack for me to be extremely happy with him. Let's put that backpack on my back. And with that boar around, I do not feel safe trying to chase that. Sorry, with that bear around, I don't feel safe trying to chase that boar. We'll find other boars. It'll be fine. Like you. And you're even decent weight, Mr. Boar. All right, so I want this spear. And now, wait, where'd you go? You're right there. Come on. And you almost killed me. Oh, and I died. Hilarious. Well, I swear it works. If I wasn't so close to death. Big sadness. Well, where'd I die? Ah, it's not that bad of a run. I'll get out there to my dead body. And maybe I'll actually get the boar this time. All right, before I run out there, let's actually do some work here, including you. I'm just going to put you right there. Let's get these two set up to get started. At the very least, heating up while I'm off getting my dead body so that they're nice and hot by the time we get home. So I do 1 peat and 1 piece of coal to heat these bad boys up. And they should, optimal word, should still be warm by the time I get back. And let's take ourselves a speed potion to get ourselves back to our body. All right, here we go. Hello, Mr. Boar. Would you be willing to get poked? And then you're running away. Okay, that means he is actually injured now. So let's get this on my back and go see if we can find him. You went off in this direction. And let's grab you. I don't think that was the boar. I think it's right here. There he is. All right. I should still have my speed potion going, and that speed potion should not be affecting my ability to grab this guy. There he is. See? Perfect. Medium animal in a cage. Okay, there we go. Oh, I feel so much better now. And I'm just going to hold that boar in there. He's just going to chill. So I'm going to have to make myself another cage to get a sow at some point. But actually, wait. It's nice to know that I saw some more pigs over there. So let's say that this is a bear and pigs. So that together we know that there's stuff over there. And I'm also going to take away the death marker. All right, home sweet home. So let's close this thing up. What do we want to do? Let's put away all our stone stuff first here. So stones can all get plopped away. Not too sure if we're going to be utilizing these at all. Let's put in up here. I'm going to put my fertilizer because that seems like a half decent spot for it. Let's go put our pig over here in the corner. right there. There you go, Mr. Pig. And let's get this stuff all poured out, because I'm going to assume that this stuff is hot and ready. Is it still molten? It is still molten. How much does this take? It takes 900. I was right. Okay, cool. So it means I'm going to have 200 left, and we'll just throw that into standard molds. Oh, wait. What? Oh, I had 800 in there. Why did you not get hot? I guess I did not have that in the correct state there. That's fine, fine. Oh, it's the crucible's still hot though. That's pretty good. All right, cool. So you're gonna go there. Let's put you in here. And while that's heating up, 300, yeah, so 1 and then 200, absolutely great. Let's break up this iron so that we can start smelting it down. So each one of these with Rich is gonna give me 2.5 stacks. Absolutely awesome. So that should be, nope, that should be a broken hammer is what that should be. Ooh, this is gonna be another broken hammer. Well, I guess that's what half of that tin is gonna go to, is making me another hammer because I didn't get all the way through it. That's fine. And, oh, no, wait, I have another hammer right there. Great success. Perfect. All right, so that is what? 6 full stacks. Cool, cool, cool. And do we have any bad guys in here? I have a bad guy in there. Oh, wait, no, he's not actually in here. He's just close by. So let's fill up my bloomeries. So bloomeries, they're going to take 120 nuggets for, I believe that is, it's either 6 or 8 nuggets of steel. I cannot recall the right now, but we'll see. Either way, it's going to be a lot of steel, which is pretty awesome. So with my 6 full stacks of, I kept saying steel there, I meant iron. With my 6 full stacks of iron, I should be able to fill all 6 stacks there with 120 nuggets. And now I just need to get some coal in here. So each of these are going to take 6 coal, and I might as well just pull from my handy dandy coal stash here, which I have not emptied yet. I really need to make myself a bigger charcoal pit. Might be a good task for next episode, is doing a little bit more harvesting for trees and whatnot. And I need, I don't even know, let's just grab all of this and see how far that takes us. This is the real big push for what you need charcoal for, is both iron and steel creation, because you go through a crap ton of it. Perfect. 61, not bad. Let's get these guys up, and it should take 6 per. I'll pick that up in just a second. You can stack your charcoal on the ground if you want. Do I have a thing of heat in here? No, I do not. There was a comment saying you can light things with the oil lamps. That is incorrect. You cannot. I wonder if I can light it with my lantern, though. Let's see. Maybe that's what they meant. Can I light it with you? I highly doubt that's the case as well. No, you cannot. It just puts it down. So, yep, that was a misconception by one of my commenters. You do need an actual torch to light these bad boys up, which is fine. That's why I've got a few of them around. And in 10 hours time, we are going to have ourselves some iron that we're going to have to work through, but that's for later. All right, let's get you guys all fired out. And boom, we can see the smoke coming from the top of them, so we know they're all on. Let's put you away. And are you done? You are done. We're gonna top you off. Perfect. And let's get a hammer, and we'll just put the rest. Wait, did you finish? 100? Yes. And let's just do one more. Perfect. Absolutely fantastic. And I think on that note, guys, I am going to leave this episode here. So this is pretty awesome. We got ourselves going on some iron. I am super excited about that. Should not be here. What am I doing? Sitting here right by this really fiery noise. Let's get out of here. We'll do our goodbyes by the bear. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.